Welcome to Quant Monitor. In this video, I will show how I compare my own multi-market algorithmic portfolio with the Darwinex INDX benchmark. The goal is not only to look at profit, the real goal is to understand whether my portfolio creates value compared to another transparent and diversified trading portfolio. We will look at benchmarking, diversification across different markets, market regimes, and how Quant Monitor Portfolio Overlay helps me monitor everything directly in MetaTrader 5. Let's get started. In the second scene, I want to explain why I use Darwinex INDX as a benchmark. When I build a strategy for the S&P 500, I can compare it directly with the S&P 500 index. If the index returned 40% over 5 years, and my active strategy returned 60% over the same period, I have a clear reference point. But my portfolio is not based on one market only. It combines different instruments, different sectors, and different algorithmic behaviors. That is why Darwinex INDX is useful for comparison. It represents a transparent, diversified trading portfolio. So the key question is simple. Does my active portfolio create additional value compared to another diversified benchmark? In the third scene, I want to show my own multi-market algorithmic portfolio. This portfolio is not built around one single market. It combines several independent strategies across different sectors. For example, I currently monitor strategies on EUR/JPY, XAUSD, US30 Cash, and Brent. Each market has a different role. EUR/JPY represents the FX sector. XAUSD gives exposure to gold and metals. US30 Cash represents the equity index sector. Brent adds exposure to energy and oil. Using Quant Monitor Portfolio Overlay inside MetaTrader 5, I can see the total portfolio curve together with each individual strategy. This helps me understand whether the portfolio is really diversified or whether one strategy is carrying most of the performance. The goal is to manage the portfolio as one complete system, not just as a collection of separate strategies. In the final scene, I want to connect everything together. Portfolio management is not only about finding strategies with good backtests. The most important part is understanding how the portfolio behaves in different market regimes. Markets change, trends become ranges, volatility expands or disappears, liquidity changes, and strategies that worked very well in one environment can start losing when the regime changes. That is why diversification must be managed carefully. It is not enough to simply add more strategies. I need to know which markets are active, which strategies are currently supported by the market environment, and whether losses are isolated or becoming correlated across the whole portfolio. With Quant Monitor Portfolio Overlay and Market Regime Analysis, I can monitor the portfolio as one complete system. I can compare it with a transparent benchmark like Darwinex INDX, understand where performance comes from, and make better data-driven decisions. Data-driven. The goal is not only profit. The goal is to understand why the portfolio makes money, where the risk comes from, and how to navigate changing market conditions. Thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about algorithmic portfolio management, market regimes, and Quant Monitor tools, visit quantmonitor.net. See you in the next video.